Well, howdy, everybody. Hellcrex here. Just doing another little army on parade for 15 mil. These are my Normans slash Crusaders slash, maybe close to the 100 Years War type miniatures that I have here. And I use them a lot of times for my fantasy games that I have or have written. And right now we're going to use them for Armies of Arcana. Got these rules right here. We're looking at some other ones too, but right now that's what is on the roster for fantasy for small scale. Now here we go. Most of these are Essex miniatures with a few of other ones that are tossed in here, but most of these are Essex. Let's see what else we have. It's Alliance miniatures, or some of these are Alliance miniatures that are popped in here. Alright, so this is like the command unit. You can see here we got the big giant banner that I have with these guys. We got the biggest and toughest dudes that are lined up here holding the command unit there, with some spearmen and another roster of spearmen. And here we got some, well, Normans slash Vikings with Dane axes. They could be Saxons for that matter. More Dane axe, big axe guys here. And then these are units of spearmen. They can be Saxons, Normans, or just any type of herdman for Normans or Vikings. Most of them are, I think, are just Vikings that I have right here. So you can see they're lined up. So I got a lot of the units of these. I can put them in bigger blocks, so like putting 2 blocks together for 12 stands instead of 6 stands type of deal. It's basically went with the concept of 24 miniatures makes a unit. That's the standard rate that we have with most of the games I ever play with. So, and once again, you got the axemen here. And you can see them pretty good. Painted these up years ago. Now here, gosh, I forgot. These are, I think, Germans, and Lancers or heavy cav. You know, that's how we usually use them for the game. Probably could use another lance of them to really make a nice little shock troops out of these guys. So they are the ones that would smash into units and just crush. And then back here we got these are more like Templars, Crusader style. They got the kite shields going into battle. They could be mounted sergeants for that matter. And most of these, I believe, are Essex miniatures here. And then we got some, these are Essex Norman or Viking cavalry. I got one guy that's extra, so he really could be separate, but right now he's just part of that unit. Because 12 is typically how we mount them up for when it comes to cavalry. And then we got back here the same thing. You know, these guys could be with those, so it'd be like a small detachment of cavalry if I wanted to. And then we have some more Normans, Saxons. These are more like Saxon and Norman Saxons, because there is some Norman shields in there. And right in the middle you can see the one guy, he's smaller. Typically when I had him, he would be like a wizard or something for using fantasy games. And these are my mounted skirmish type troops. You know, run to a flank, have some mounted bowmen. They could dismount, you know, and could end up becoming like mounted slash infantry, you know. So basically you could take, you know, 8 of these and they would become 6 stands of these, because some would have to stay back to hold the horses and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much how I envisioned those guys. And here we got some bowmen. You know, these could be your typical Viking, Norman slash even Saxon type bowmen for the games. All these are historical miniatures, and I believe these are some alliance miniatures. Mel could correct me because he used to work there. It's been so long. We're talking 20-something years since I bought most of these. It's like memory's a little sketchy sometimes when you think about this stuff, where you picked it up at or who made it. But most of these I do believe. These are all foot sergeants for Crusaders, for the Crusades. I know that much there, and I think those are Essex. And I think some of these are Essex crossbowmen with some bowmen actually to fill out the unit. And I think some of those are here. We got some alliance miniatures, bowmen there. So a little bit of everything tossed in. So that is my entire army I have. Well, yeah, I forgot. These guys, I found them in the bottom of this box here. So those are some actual dwarven. That's the dwarven heavy cannon for the game. You know, so he obviously, if I'm playing historicals, he won't be around, but you know, it will be, you know, basically a heavy cannon to be used in fantasy. And I think these are alliance miniatures with a ballista that I have. Those used to, because I used to have it's probably a leftover from my Romans, because I used to have a Roman force that would easily eclipse this right here. That would, my Romans would fill up this from one length of the table, that thick over there, with rank and file of just Romans. But sadly I unleashed them onto the, sold them off, sadly. But somehow those guys got stuck in there. So that's what's the remainder of my army. Oh well. I do have some, still get some slingers and everything in a box. You know, way over there, the box that's over there. That's my box of stuff I haven't painted yet. But there's some remnants of my Roman army that's still parked in there. Alright, so that's everything. Hope you guys like this one. And you'll probably be seeing more of these in the future in some upcoming games. And hopefully you guys like it. Alright, we'll talk to y'all later. I'll Crex out.